Hello viewer, welcome to Kundi TV. My name is Dr. Din Antanko. You are once again welcome to this channel. I will be taking you a program which is Diseases and Solutions. Diseases and Solutions is a program which I will be taking different kind of diseases that affect human body one after the other, and we shall be discussing the causes, how it occur in the body, how it affect the body, what causes it, the what shall we take to cure or treat such disease, and possible way of preventing the occurrence of such disease. So, since we are going to deal with human body, indeed is a big deal. Is a big deal. The human body is rather than a sophisticated machine. Human body is so complex in dealing with. It operates as a single entity, but is made up of a number of systems that work interdependently. They work interdependently. They are interwoven in the body. One helps one another. So this system, each one of them has a specific function to carry in providing a well-being of an individual, the need of an individual to survive. Being the body comprising of different systems, so it is very complex to deal with. But I shall try as much as possible to see how we explain things, explain how this system works. Should one of these systems fail, the consequences can extend to others, which means if one is not working normally, it can affect the rest of the system in the body. And the body ability to carry out some certain function for individual to survive can drastically come down because of failure of one system of the body. So by the God grace, we shall therefore explain how complex the body is in the structure and functions. It's indeed so complex in structure and function. And in this presentation, I will try as much as possible to make it so systematic in the approach, so that each and everyone viewing this will get it so simple to understand how diseases occur, how abnormalities occur in the body. And being the body is so complex, I will try as much as possible to talk on the anatomy of the body, physiology, pathophysiology, and the pathology. The anatomy, which is the study of the structures and their relationship in the body. We have this, we have heart in this side, that's the position, and it is close to this, that's the anatomy. And the functions, that's the physiology of the body, how that structures function in the body. How did heart work in the body? That's the physiology of the organ. So I shall also discuss in the pathology. How did the disease occur in the body, how it occur in the body. And the pathophysiology, how that disease affect the function of certain organ in the body. How did it affect the function of certain organs in providing the need for survival in the body. So I will try as much as possible to combine all the anatomy, the physiology, the pathophysiology, and the pathology in one place when discussing on single disease in the body, so that each and every person will understand what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to elaborate about a disease in the body. For an individual to survive, there are some fundamental needs of the body. This fundamental need the body requires are as follows. Number one, internal transportation of substances. The body of an individual need to transport some certain substances in the body. For example, if you eat food, there are some nutrients inside that food in your stomach, and the cell at your food need that food to eat, to utilize it for the body activities. So there must be transportation from this stomach to your toe, so that cells can survive. So there must be internal transportation of substances. Each and every part of the body needs some certain nutrients, so there must be transportation. You take this transport to this part of the body. And number 2, intake of raw material. Raw materials are very essential to the body. For example, you must eat food. It's a raw material before being digested and follow some certain processes in the body. You have to eat food. You have to breathe air in the body. It's a raw materials. So that is very essential. An individual cannot survive without eating food, cannot survive without the respiration, taking in air and bringing out carbon dioxide. So, for example, that is number 2. Number 3 is removal of waste product. When one eats food, there are the needed nutrients inside the food, which the body will utilize, and the waste need to be removed so that it will not harm the body. If you take water, they will filter it, remove the waste one, use the utilized one, the nutrient inside. If you take food, they will remove the waste and utilize the nutrient inside. So excreting that waste product, the individual needed to survive. Without extracting such waste product in the body, it will equally harm the body. So each and every human individual needs waste removal from the system. And number 4, communication, both within and outside the body. The body needs to communicate within, internally. For example, the brain can command the liver to release some stored food for the body to utilize when you are hungry and you did not get food to eat. So the body is going to shut down because you are hungry. You will no longer get energy. You didn't eat anything. So there are some stored food in the liver. Then the brain noticed that you could not be able to get food to eat. Then it will command the liver that please release some certain nutrient to the body to utilize so that it can get energy and continue surviving. But without that communication, how will the liver will not be able to release some food for the body to utilize? So you can see there is need for internal communication and both external communication. You can be approaching to a fire without communication from your brain that signifies or tell you that you are approaching a dangerous zone. You feel pain. The brain will signal pains to you whenever you go close to that fire. So it is an external communication. You have to withdraw, you have to come back. You don't have to go and enter that fire. Had it been there is not that communication of external, from the body to external environment, you just go and burn yourself without knowing, without having any pains, without having any signals. So it is very important and essential for an individual to have a certain communication within and outside the body. And number 5 is protection against harmful and external environment. The body of each and every individual needs protection. That is why we have a system that protect. There are certain microorganisms that we inhale or ingest in our food, which are pathogens, which can harm the body. They can harm the body. So without internal security, that is the immunity system in the body, which will fight against that bacteria or any other microorganism that can harm or kill some cells in the body, they will shut down the system. So, and externally, you need a protection. Like for example, the skin protect the body and flesh, other underlying structures. They protect them against external environment. You have millions of microorganisms in the air. They can easily invade in the system. So with the skin can prevent them touching the flesh under beneath. So it is very important to have protection internal and external against harmful environment. And number 6 is reproduction of its kind. Reproduction of its kind. Human being need to produce, need to get back. We need to get back to our children, because if we cannot produce our offspring coming up, we can one day, if we die, there will be no longer human being existence. So we have to reproduce our kind. We must, it is under must for an individual to reproduce so that life will go into existence. And number 7, the last but not the least, that's the movement within external environment. As an individual like me, I need to go and search for food. I cannot stay food to come and meet me. I have to go on farm. I have to go and see my parent. I have to go to certain part of the country, states, different countries, different continent to do some certain things. So we must need movement within the external environment. So we will take a short break and come back for the continuation of this presentation. Thank you. Welcome back. And here we go. Within the body are different structural organization and complexity. And the most fundamental of this is chemical. Atom is the smallest creature in human body and is combined to form molecules in the body. Cell is the most smallest and fundamental independent structure of living matter. Cell combine all those fundamental needs of a living organism that we mentioned. Cell can excrete, cell can reproduce, cell can respirate, cell can do many things. All those quality possess, cell have possessed them. So that's why it's the smallest organism, or is the smallest living matter on earth. And this body is based found on these cells. All our structure, the structure we can see, is founded by a single cell. From that too, and coming together are different types, or are the same or similar cells with similar function in body to form a tissue. For example, if you just pin a part of the skin, is a tissue. If you put it on the microscope, you will see similar cells arranged together, which is that part we just remove is a tissue. And this tissue come together to perform a specific function that the body needs. That's like the skin is providing protection. So this tissue coming up together again to form what we know as organ. Organ in the body is a collection of different of specific cells, specialized cells coming together to form an organ in the body to perform a specific function that contribute to the need of the body. For example, heart is an organ in the body, kidney is an organ in the body, liver, intestine, eye, they are all organs in the body, and they have specific function that they contribute to the living of an individual. And coming up together in the body are we have about 37.2 trillion cells in human body. 37.2 trillion cells in human body. Even though there is a circulation of figure among the scientists about the quantity of cell in human body, an international team of scientists has done a systemic calculation and arrived at a surprising result. Among the scientists, it was a subject of debate. Quite alright. But according to the research recently established in 2013, in quote, the title is Anal Estimate, Anal Human Biology, in quote, Anal Human Biology, come up with a result of 37.2 trillion of cell in human body. So since this is you can see it is a very vast and complicated things that we are going deep into, and however sperm cell are even ahead of that. If you count the mature cell per month, on average there is one ovum, that's the female egg, every month release, compared to 3 billion matured sperm cell produced every month. So you can see the difference is clear, and cell are too small to be seen with naked eyes. They are very tiny to the extent we cannot see them with naked eyes, but can be distinguished when magnified with the aid of microscope. Their various type, size and shape can be distinguished under the microscope, and the dye they absorb when stained in the laboratory. Usually they stain them to differentiate different types of cell. They put dye colors to them in the laboratory and watch them on that. So some absorb this color, you can distinguish them based on the dye they use, the color they use to stain them in the laboratory. So this is how cell is in the body. It is very tiny. It cannot be just seen like that with the naked eyes. It has to be watched under microscope, which magnifies it so that you can see the structures inside. So each type of cell becomes specialized, enabling it to carry out particular function to contribute to the body. It is so specialized that they usually have is enabling them, that specialization enable them to carry a specific function in the body. In complex organisms such as human body with similar structures, functions are found together to form tissue, as I explained earlier, and organs. Tissue form organs in the body, and we have the general count of 78 organs in the body. Whether just, for example, I cite an example of head, the liver, the kidney, eye, and other organs in the body. We have 78 organs, with the entire bones in the body count as one, and the teeth, all the teeth count as one. That gives us 78 organs in the body. But if we are going to count the bones, each bones, like the finger bones here one and here one, we can count them separately, and we count the teeth, each one separately. It is going to give us the 315 number of organs in the body, including the ligament and tendons in the body, will surely give us a dramatical result. So this is how organs in the body, and these organs usually form what is called system in the body. The organ system in the body is consists of a number of organs and tissue together contribute to one or more survival need of the body. System in the body usually come together as an organ, numbers of organ, different specialized organ that perform different functions in the body. So they come together to form a system, and in these we have in the human body, the organization of human body individual, we have 11 organ system in the body. For example, the respiratory system, the digestive system, reproductive system. We have integumentary. The integumentary system is the largest organ system in the body. That's the skin, which is equal, which with its constituent, which is associate which include the skin, the nails and the hair. The nails and the hair are part of the integumentary system in the body. And the human body has several systems. The system, while which are interdependently, as we said, if one system fail, the others usually try and see how they can bring it up. If they cannot, so both of them, the consequences will extend to them. But all their functions and activities is required by the body for our health. Most body systems become less efficient with age. Most body systems become less efficient with age. Physiological decline is a normal part of aging and should not be confused with illnesses or diseases. Although some conditions are becoming more difficult to manage during older life, maintaining a healthy lifestyle cannot only slow the effect of aging, but can equally protect against illnesses in later life in old age. So maintaining a healthy lifestyle can help you have a wonderful old age in your life. So by the grace of God, I will like to stop here in this episode so that we will not prolong it. We'll continue in the next episode where I shall pick a disease, explain the anatomy of the structures involved in such disease, the pathology, how the disease occur, affect those parts, and the physiology, even how the structures works. And we later know the pathology, how the disease affects such structures in the body. And we go further to see the pathophysiology, how it affects the functions of that, and then we move to see what we take as a cure or treatment against that disease, and the possible advices that I will give us on how to prevent ourselves from catching such disease or prevent that disease from occurring in our body system. So thank you very much for watching this video of mine, and I believe you will be following us to see how our subsequent program will be uploaded. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel Kundi TV and click the bell so that whenever we upload our video you will be notified. For any question or more details, you can contact me on my direct number, which is there on your screen, 08051267777. My name is Dr. Dean Dentanku. Thank you. Bye bye.